Your will, my hands.
I am your worst nightmare.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh. What's up, everybody? This is Bruce Lee and Genghis Khan. I'm here to talk about Dota. How are you doing? Trynd?
Fucking Dota?
No?
No one plays Dota here.
No one plays Dota. Dota, honestly, I've played Smite, and, Smite's okay. My problem with Smite is that skill shots, because you're in, a third-person perspective, it's fucking
so
ridiculous, dude. Depth perception is so ass in that game, it's crazy. They have Anubis, right?
Well, yeah, I play Smite on my console and shit.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Anubis is exactly the same as Nasus, but he shoots lasers.
Yeah.
Definitely prefer League though. I feel like in Smite when you get behind, you're not as punished for it as you are in League.
Well, yeah.
If you get behind in League, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Unless,
Can you even
your
get
team has
behind
5 man.
Can you even get behind in Smite?
I don't play enough to know. I was just playing ass because I hadn't played the game, so I never knew what it felt like to be fed. So anyways, let's not talk about random MOBAs. Last episode we were talking about laning phase and junglers ganking. Back to talking about that. Really tired of finger pointing. That's my biggest problem.
There's a lot of that.
It's always that. It's never anybody's fault. It's always someone else's. For the past 2 days, I've played easily 14 hours worth of League, within the past 2 days because I've been off from work. And you've been at work and school, so I didn't have anybody to hang out with. So I hung out with myself in solo queue.
Well, not at work, but I've been at school and shit.
You've been out and about.
Out and about, yeah.
Not on League. And so I got caught up. I went into promos 4 different times yesterday, and I just kept losing because of finger pointing and people just flat out being assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, I made my mistakes. Everybody makes their mistakes. That's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about people just flat out
oh, it's completely your fault. I didn't do anything wrong, and you're like, well.
Yeah, and then the LeBlanc goes in 1v5s, the 25 and 4 Kane, and it's what? Why is he 25 and 4 in the first place? Whose problem is that? It's everybody's. It's not one.
No, it's not one person.
Because when somebody gets behind, like we were talking about the last episode, when somebody gets behind, the whole team needs to be supporting them.
Well, yeah. Because it is a team game, so.
And
if you're behind, as a team, you got to come back from that.
Yeah. And my problem is the only time people feel like it's necessary to team up against another person is when it's either an enemy Nasus or an enemy Master Yi. That's the only 2 times people are okay, well let's focus this person. Every time there's a Nasus,
yeah,
everybody roams.
Everybody
roams. Bot is at top lane at 10 minutes, and everybody's ganking the Nasus. But when the Yasuo is starting to go 4-0 mid, nobody's fucking doing anything about it.
Oh yeah, it's a 4-0 Yasuo mid, whatever. No,
yeah.
You got to do something about that because that 4-0 can become a fucking 20-0 just like that.
Oh yeah, easily. Especially because Yasuo's so good at roaming.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for other champs too, like Talon and stuff. And I was jungling, and it just blows my mind how the lack of map awareness too.
Oh yeah.
Because I got counter jungled. Okay, I was taking I took Raptors first, and I went and took red. And as I was taking red, their Lee Sin came in. He ward hopped in, he queued me, he was trying to get all fancy with me. I almost died. I hadn't blown flash yet. But I start walking towards bot, the middle bot tower. And I go behind it. I'm playing Vi, and I queued over the wall. And he places a ward down. And I was at a good, I was level 2. I had my W up, the Buster or whatever. I had my Q up. I'm sitting there. I'm kind of like waiting for him because like he was at like equal health to me. So I was like, okay, I can back or whatever. But if bot lane comes over here, because like it was like a Leona and like a whoever, we can get a kill easily because he's trying to dive. He placed a war there because he's trying to move this Q.
Oh yeah.
So he hits me with his Q, and I'm like I'm spamming bot lane. They're standing right the fuck there. They're not like pushed out on the enemy tower. No. They're under their tower. Takes 2 seconds to walk over. Nobody's listening. No. Mid is like walking from base to lane. And he's just, like, passing by, and he's, like, not coming down. And, like, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, okay, well, Lee Sin did try to dive, by the way. He landed his Q, and he tried Ing. I thankfully did not die, because the second he Q'd, I Q'd. Yeah. Knocked him up. And then he took a couple tower shots. He did not live that. But it was just a point of, like, okay, even though I was able to deal with that situation because I was playing Vi, what if I wasn't playing Vi? What if I was playing some champion that couldn't counter his Q?
Yeah. You would have been dead.
Nobody's
under
fucking
tower
helping.
And no one's helping.
And, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
And
screwed.
And, like, but then there are other times where, like, people are trying to help too much. Like, you'll be pushing a tower or whatever, and your jungler tries to come up from behind their tower and starts, like, diving and shit at level 4 with, like, half health, and you and your team are just like, why are you doing this? Like, you're not... Like, I get they're kind of low, but that's not necessary. Like, you're not pushing them out. You're just being hungry for kills. Oh, yeah. You shouldn't be. And then you give up death. Like, you give up a kill. It's just been really, like... It's been really bad. People at like top lane. I had a Camille today that was facing a Riven. I was playing Rengar. Riven was doing her own, fucking what Rivens do. She's like Camille was like behind, cause she got ganked. And like Riven's just walking up and like queuing Camille under tower and eating out, cause Riven can just do that. Like Riven doesn't give a shit. Riven gets a free AD scaling shield with her E, so Riven's like poking Camille under tower. Camille is like, dude, Camille's like a slither of health. Camille has like 50 HP. Riven's got this big ass minion wave coming down. Riven's like level 5. Camille's like level 3 still. Like, I don't understand how Riven was abusing her so badly, but she got really behind. I'm level 4. I'm like halfway, like dead in jungle. I just took Grump, and she's spamming for help, and like I get that. Like I would want help too. Oh yeah. But it's one of those situations where like if I'm low and you're low, it's best for you to just back, because you're obviously not farming. You have a farm. Like if you're not farming anyways, you might as well just fucking back and not give up a kill. And so she's trying to defend the tower, and I get that. So I go up there to try to help. Riven hits 6. And surely enough, both of us died.
And
like,
both died.
And I hadn't even like done anything yet. Like I had just walked up. Yeah. And she hit 6, and I think she was just diving Camille, and I just happened to be there. I don't think she was like intending to get a double kill.
But it doesn't matter. She still got to take that double kill.
She did. Yeah. She E'd in, and then she W'd on Camille. Then she did her Q combo. Then she saw me, flashed over to me, and like did her like, because I had Ebola already. Yeah. And she, like, flashed and landed her last Q on me, knocking me up. Yeah. And then she, like, ulted Camille. And then by the time that all happened, her W was up again. She stunned me. And then she started, like, attacking me. And, like, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, yeah. And like, okay. So that happened. That was a mistake. Now Camille's starting to hit, like, level 5. I, like, ganked bot. We actually got bot tower because their jungler was in the middle of getting Herald. So it was kind of like, I wouldn't say it's like 100% of a trade. I could have gone and tried to defend Herald, but with Camille being so low and their jungler and Riven were taking Herald, like I couldn't fight them. No. So I was just getting the objective at bot. I think Dragon was already down. I don't remember who got Dragon beforehand, but the point is, we killed bot lane, we got their tower, they just got Herald. I go up there with LeBlanc, who's our mid laner. This is a separate game from the LeBlanc I was talking about earlier. Yeah. And we go up there, and fuck, dude, Riven's like level, like 12 minutes in, she already has a black cleaver and like ninja tab eyes. And like, I just have warrior. Camille has a Sheen and a dagger. Like, Camille has a 20 farm. LeBlanc's doing okay. I think LeBlanc had already had her Merle Nomicon, because like she was like 2-0 against Ari. And I wasn't even helping mid because like mid didn't need it. And we go up there and Riven, I'm forgetting who their jungler was. Rammus, it was Rammus. Just fucking blew their loads all over us. Just big ass Riven nut all over our faces. And LeBlanc ended up finishing off Rammus, and I think Riven got away with like 20 health. Because we were just trying to burst out. I was trying to focus Riven. Camille ulted. I think Camille was just trying to do like AoE damage, just attacking whoever was lower. And of course LeBlanc's just doing AoE damage, just Wing in, chaining whoever. But after that fight, LeBlanc started flaming. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, Camille, you fucking garbage ass. Like, why are you fucking?" And Camille's like, "Dude, like, I'm sorry. Like, I got pushed out of lane. Like, I don't know what to tell you." And LeBlanc's just going off.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just flipping the fuck out. And it's like, dude, shut up. Like, okay, I guess she's behind right now. And, like, but flaming isn't going to help anything.
No, that's the thing. Just flaming's not going to put you anywhere. Flaming someone's just going to make them feel worse so they don't do as well. Which in turn hurts your team because you're like, oh, well, I'm just going to flame you more because you're doing worse. Well, they're going to do worse and worse, so you're just going to end up flaming them more, and you're hurting yourself. Yeah. Whereas if you give them something to work off of, you work as that team, like go up and go, hey, I know you're sucking ass with this Riven right now. Why don't you come bot lane or mid lane with me, help me take in...
Yeah, kill Ari
or push a tower or something.
Or come get free farm in my lane and I'll defend your tower.
Exactly.
LeBlanc can fight Riven.
Because she proved she could.
And Ari's playing fucking garbage. Ari had, like, a mana crystal and, like, her, like, boots, like, magic man boots.
Yeah.
Like, so Camille
so just kind of done a switch, because I've played games where we've done that. Like, back when I was learning a mid laner, I'd be kicking fucking ass as the mid laner. I'd be eating fucking, like, when I started playing Fizz, I was eating champions alive.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be playing with my brother who's not that great, especially at that time because he was only, like, level 5.
Right.
So he didn't know shit about the game. So I'd switch lanes with him. I'd have him go mid. He'd collect free farm and be taking on this champion. I just was eating alive. I'd go up and take on his champion. I'd eat his champion alive, come down mid, back to my lane, eat my champion alive. Yeah. Walk out with the double kill, and he'd walk out with a shit ton of farm, so he would be able to catch up. He'd be catched up, or like start catching up and get items, and he'd start eating alive his top laner. I'd just keep eating everyone alive because obviously it's Fizz. He's Fizz. Fizz has that
you
potential.
E and then Q and then that's the end of that.
The end of that. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things.
Deathfire or Thunderlords on Fizz?
Thunderlords.
Really? Okay.
I run Thunderlords.
I take Deathfire because like his W and then get like Leandra's Torment.
Okay.
But I guess that's like depending if anyways.
Well, I run the reason I run Leandra's the Thunderlord's Decree is just because I do.
Oh, his combo's fucking it's just added on damage.
Like you just proc your combo, just doing your natural combo, your W, Q, then E,
and you can't dodge his combo either.
Exactly.
Like his combo's impossible. You can't.
So just having the Thunderlords just allows me to do my combo while doing some little extra damage. And I found I've had that just Thunderlords be the difference between them getting away and me getting another kill. Yeah. There have been matches I've gone in where I'm like, I proc my W or my W, then my E and my Q, and right as I'm doing that, it procs Thunderlords and they've got that tiny sliver and it just kills them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I just got a triple kill. Right. Like, this is great.
Right.
Just because I proc that Thunderlord.
Although Fizz is busted as fuck, as everybody knows, I feel like his like real like not too early game, like once like 10 minutes hits, he's like pretty useful once he grabs machine or whatever, but like really early game, like between levels like 1 and 4, he can have difficult with some champions like Bran and stuff, because he can't get in their face because he can't get in their face. So usually the reason is my reason for getting Deathfire Touch, not Deathfire. Did I say Deathfire Grasp? I think I said Deathfire Grasp.
I think you may have said
I meant to say Deathfire Touch. Is because it prevents them from going in on me.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because if I have Ignite, I have my W which poisons. I have Deathfire Touch. Plus I have minion aggro.
Yeah.
If your wave starts to if I keep a good sized wave behind me and I kind of try to pressure you out to deny you at least farm.
Yeah.
Maybe not enough pressure to keep you backing because I'm doing damage, but if I'm keeping you that distance where you're not farming and I have a good enough wave, you try to jump on me.
Yeah.
Let your whatever jungler try to jump on me. I'm gonna ignite them. They're gonna take that damage. They're gonna take my minion aggro.
Yeah.
They're gonna take the burn damage from my W. But the Thunderlords is definitely significantly more helpful late game than Deathfire is. I use Deathfire specifically for early game, just to keep people away from me.
Okay.
But I can Thunderlords is probably that's why I asked. Anyways.
But yeah, that was going to prove the fact you can utilize your team effectively, and it's not just been games where I've been mid. There have been games I've been the person behind. It's I've been a Tryndamere or a fucking Ashe, and just completely swapped lanes with whoever I'm playing with, and just to get myself caught up.
Oh yeah.
I'd go, hey, I know I'm falling behind. I'm 0-5. And maybe got 1 assist from helping my jungler with a gank, but they got the kill. So I'm hey, do you mind if I switch with you? Because you're solid in your lane. Do you mind if I go in your lane, get some free farm?
You're equal level to my lane.
Exactly. Get some free farm and shit. And then after I get caught up, I come back to my lane. I start actually trying to push and do damage, not keeping you in my lane, but that kind of thing. And it's worked out to where I get myself back up to where I need to, and the person I switched with is still just kicking ass, and I'm just now up to that standard that I need to be at, so I can keep doing or start actually maximizing on my potential as a champion, because a lot of the champions I play are late game champs.
Of course.
So early game, if I get shut down hard, it's hard for
You're
me
not
to
gonna
reach
have that late game.
Late game. So just getting into that lane where I'm able to just farm and reach my late game allows me to then just scale like a mother trucker and get up.
The amount of times we've said fuck in this podcast already, I don't know if that was. You're fine.
But yeah, just to get up there where I need to be so I can just dominate the match like I should be. It's just overall beneficial.
Yeah. And but that's why you also got you gotta play the bitch champs who are just good all game. Like Vladimir, dude. You just sit there and you just Q, you just Q and you don't take damage from anybody. If somebody tries to dive, you just pull. You literally have the easiest getaway. You have the easiest sustain in the whole entire game, especially with the lack of mana or energy. And then if you sit there and outfar, and you most of the time Vladimir can't outpoke whoever he's facing. Not only that, Vladimir is built some champions are so I have to get this first item or I'm gonna suck as a just as a player, right? But Vladimir, if you're going against an AP, you can get Spear Visage. Mm-hmm. If you're going against an AD, you can get Zanya's. There's always a time where you can have a good item as Vladimir. And he always fucking outscales ridiculously late game.
Oh yeah.
Because regardless if you decide to go full AP or full tank, you're gonna get HP and AP anyways because they interact with each other.
Yeah.
Vladimir's a fucking ridiculous character as far as if you're ass at this game and you're trying to climb elo, just play Vlad. But back to what we were talking about. Here's the problem: is that what you just said is one of two perfect scenarios, right?
Yeah.
Swapping lane, just getting the other person ahead or whatever, or doing whatever you need to. The other option is to just if you guys are busy doing other stuff, jungler, mid are too busy helping bot to be helping the top laner, right?
Yeah.
They're busy you know, trying to get dragon or whatever. And like as a top laner, you should understand that. Like there's some objectives down there, and like you could hold tower long enough for them to get a dragon bot tower, get a couple kills. Like your one top tower that you just lost is outweighed by the amount of stuff like they just 4v3 down at bot.
Yeah.
But at the very least, if that's the case, Camille, that game was like, I think the game ended with like 2 and like 9. But at the time she was like 0 and 5, right?
Yeah.
And I told you she had a Sheen and a dagger. That's not what you should be building, right? So like instead of LeBlanc being like, hey, you fucking,
instead of going off on her and just calling her all these names, she should have been like, hey,
Randuin's,
build this instead of what you're building, or
just recommend it and like be nice about it. Don't be a dumb meeting. Like, why the fuck are you building Trinity for? Like, I've seen that too. Like, what the fuck is your build, you non-meta? Like, and it's like, dude, I don't know. I'm just fucking doing I'm just reading wall builds. Like, I don't know what you want from me. Like, but just be like, hey, like, listen, because you're losing lane, if you, and you know, as long as you're a body too, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you build full tank, Riven could try to dive, but eventually Riven's gonna take too many tower shots.
Yep.
So there's a thing of like, when you build tanky when you're behind, it reduces them trying to tower dive.
Yeah.
Because the tower will do the damage for you. It's not like you do no damage being a tank. So just be a body for the tower. Just defend the tower while the rest of the team goes and does what they need to do.
Yep.
And then once they're done with that, once they're done game dragon, once they're done game mid lane, once they're done AC their team, then everybody just go fucking top and just like it just like 5v1 fist the Riven. Like and that's it. Right? Like but it's so degrading, dude. It's so degrading because there was a game like the game right before that I was doing poorly.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, dude, why the fuck you doing that? Like, oh, thanks for not ganking shit after I ganked your lane like twice. Like, just making up excuses, just because whatever. And like, I'm sorry I fed your lane. Like, I can't do anything when I get counter ganked by 2 other people. Like, and that happened. Like, I went to go gank the Camille, and both Rammus went up and Ari went up, and it was like fuck, like I'm sorry, I'm 2 people, I'm a level 4 Rengar, like what do you want from me? I have no stacks on my
I don't have
teeth,
anything to boost me,
and it's just shitty, like how non-helpful, like it's a team game. And people use that excuse too, right? Like they'll like, oh well, there's a team game, we're supposed to be like, well then fucking act like it.
Well,
like, don't.
It's a team game, so start acting like a team. I've yet to see like esports is a thing that, like we were talking about last episode, that's a huge thing up and coming, and I'm like, esports, it's a sport, and you see like NBA players, they work as a team. Yeah, and you have your Kobe Bryant or your fucking Steph Curry, who's that one guy you know you can count on. The anime character that you know you can count on, but they've still got to sit down every now and then, and they have their off days. Steph Curry, he puts up like shit ton of shots, shit ton of 3 points in a game, but there's some
assists though.
Exactly, but his assists are high as hell. Why? Because he brings his team up. He does get his team the shots they need to elevate where they're at and keep their scores up. So that's kind of what you have. Not kind of. That is what this game's about. You've got to be that.
Any team, anything,
You've got to be that Steph Curry or that Michael Jordan going, hey, I'm a level 20. Or not level 20, unless you're playing Earth, but I'm the level 6 Rengar or level 6 Twisted Fate or whatever you are. I'm gonna, with like 25 and 0, I'm gonna make sure you get boosted.
Why are you level 6 with 25?
Like whatever, you get what I'm saying though. Like level 18 with 40, going 40 and 2 against a fucking level 10 that's 0 and 20, like obviously you're gonna boost up the rest of your team.
I 100% get your point, but your numbers are funny.
Okay, I'm not perfect.
No, I know.
I'm not a mathematician. But like, you get what I'm saying.
No, I completely understand, and you're right.
You've got to. You're the one that's ahead.
The person carrying needs to carry.
Exactly.
The person carrying needs to carry,
and carrying isn't always just let me do everything. No, carrying is lifting your team up and getting your team where they need to be successful.
Yeah. So, you're playing Vayne, right? Or Twitch. Twitch or Vayne are really good examples because they can go invisible, right?
Oh, yeah.
They have really good game. That's why there are a couple people. I'm not saying, like this is, 10% of, junglers.
Yeah.
Some people play Twitch and Vayne jungle because their engages are really strong, right?
Yeah.
Twitch can come out of nowhere. So with his W.
Yeah.
If he procs his ult, then no matter if the enemy flashes or not, he can still do damage. He has his E. Vayne is, of course, a perfect jungler because she can just, wait on the sideline. She ults, turns invisible, and then stuns him against the wall. And Vayne does crazy fucking damage, too. Their minimal CC is made up with how much fucking damage they do. But if you're playing Vayne bot with a Nami or whatever, right? And you guys got first tower.
Yeah.
And you guys can see that mid is just having a rough out. Their Ziggs is 3-0 right now. Your whoever the fuck is not doing so hot.
Yeah.
Just go mid.
Go mid and start helping out.
Cause I'll see carries okay, cool. Like you said, it's not just about being the one trick. It's about you have to help the other team too. The Vayne will get fed, but she'll use that. She'll use her the fact that she's fed to sit there and farm minions without people coming and bothering her.
Yeah.
Right. She'll use it as a way to interrogate the team so that they go somewhere else and not bother her.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden oh, hey look, Vayne's farming bot, we'll go 2v1 her real quick and then and the off chance Vayne wins.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna go fucking bother her anymore unless it's a 5-man.
They're
but also nobody's gonna go 5-man 15 minutes in.
No.
Right? Because this is exactly what we're talking about. Top lane is not gonna come down there probably.
No.
Half the time top laners don't even use teleport. But if Vayne, instead of doing that, instead of using her fedness to just farm, she could go mid and fuck Ziggs up, right?
Yeah.
Then they can push tower. Ziggs is now too far. Ziggs can no longer push up because now there's 10 different entries, right?
Yeah.
You have the 6 different entryways from mid itself, then the 2 entryways behind because there's no tower there.
Yep.
So Ziggs just push back.
Ziggs is push back, allowing that mid laner to get that farm they need.
Right. And the other thing is too, what really pisses me off is there'll be somebody who's really behind and they'll be trying to farm in their lane.
Yeah.
And okay, let's say your team just got aced, right?
Yeah.
Your Vayne is level 18. First off, she's full of fucking items. She doesn't even need gold.
No.
Your whatever laner, maybe your jungler is level 15, 16. He's missing 2 items.
Yeah.
There's a big ass wave pushing bot. The enemies aren't nearby. Why does a Vayne feel necessary when the jungler is hey, pinging I'm on my way to go clear this tower so I can get the farm?
Yeah.
Why does a Vayne feel the need to go down there and take that? Okay, I get it. She's trying to save tower. She's trying to defend. She's trying to make sure the tower takes as least damage as possible. That's cool. But the same thing can be done if you just let the fucking Jax go down there
and get that
and
additional
just get it.
farm.
That could be a whole nother item.
For him.
You could have just finished his Randuins, or you could have just finished his Gwynsu's.
Exactly.
That could completely change a team fight.
Oh yeah.
You have full items. Your current gold right now is 23,000. You don't need any more gold. Jax is saying at 15,000.
Yeah.
And I don't mean this to poke at ADCs because everybody does this and supports too.
No. Yeah. I've seen it as every position.
I get why supports will go try to clear waves. Because assist gold and your little fucking ticking timer gold from the the blue.
I don't remember
blue
what
item?
it's called, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Ghost something.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's not a sufficient amount of money. That's playing support is the same thing as going and getting a degree in sociology. You could have been a doctor, or you could have been a lawyer, but you're not. What is it? Oh, Frostblade, Frostqueen's Claim. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, but instead you decide to go get a liberal arts degree and are making $20,000 a year. I don't know why I'm just like all of a sudden poking at people who want to do liberal. I'm doing nothing in my life. I'm not even in college, so don't even fucking listen to me. Don't take offense to that. I'm just
talking shit.
I'm shitting out my mouth. I was just trying to make a point that like you like I get when supports want to go clear waves, but just don't.
It could be just used elsewhere.
Yeah, let somebody that actually like is gonna
utilize.
Yeah. Because as a support, first off, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Because some cases the teams like to focus is like if you're playing Soraka, you're probably gonna get shot down first.
You're gonna get shot down because they focus the Soraka.
Yeah, but most of the time supports can scale because like how many support items are there, right? Like actual definitive support items, there's like 6.
Yeah.
Most of the time you're building like tank or like if you're playing like Sona, you're probably building like a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
If you're playing Soraka or you're playing Nami or whatever, you literally build like Adrenal's fucking lantern or whatever it's called. You build Redemption, and then you kind of like are at your beneficial, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the time you're just probably building tanky. Like you're probably not gonna have any more items that are truly gonna like, scale you. Wow, versus the Annie, who could totally use the fucking void staff that you just took away from her because you decided to go use your, Sona decided to go use her ult on the bot wave instead of saving it for the next team fight. Like, again, I get supports want farm too, but like, that does happen. I see that all the time. Supports just using their ults to clear farm waves because they don't do damage. They can't clear the wave anywhere else.
Yeah.
Or you could just not clear the wave at all. Give it to somebody who can use it.
Someone can utilize that.
I mean, if you're the only person on the team without a complete item list, which by the way, if you're good at the game, it shouldn't get to a point to where everybody in the game is at full items. Mm-hmm. Like if you guys are winning the way you should, the enemy team should be behind in items. You guys should be scaled up in items, and you guys should win within like 30 minutes.
Well, yeah.
I was in a game last night. Oh, by the way, the GG factor, the fucking like level 4 gay first blood. Oh, game over. Fucking surrender at 15. This guy's fucking feeding. He sucks. Fuck off, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. It's, like, not even, like, fair. Like, why are you being such a bitch? Here, you know what? We actually have League brought up right now as we're talking. I'm gonna pull up a game that I had the other day. Believe it or not, I was playing Teemo.
Where he went and said, fuck off.
Fuck off. This was a game where we didn't say fuck off, right? Like, we actually, like, tried to... This game. I was 13 and 18, I think it said. We were god-awful behind. They were at our Nexus towers at, like, 25 minutes. But, Jinx, as you can see, she has 16 deaths, right? Mm-hmm. Jinx, I want to say, like, where's their ADC? Lucian was 14 and 9. Their bot lane got really fed really quick. They got the second bot lane tower, like their team got our second tower, like 15 minutes in. So they were just destroying our bot lane, right? See this? See that scaling right there?
Yeah,
you can see where they got the towers. The first dragon was seen in 16 minutes. Jesus Christ. So they were just doing really well. Okay, second off, I was getting my ass handed to me against the Malzahar top. Malzahar, by the way, if anybody wants to counter Teemo, you just play Malzahar. Like, it's ridiculous. I was getting my ass kicked. Anyways, the point is, our whole team was super behind, right? And you can see the gold efficiency here.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see how behind we are? What's this peak right here? What's that say? What's that peak of... We were down 12,000 gold.
Red was ahead by 12,000 gold.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Almost 13,000 gold.
They had our whole base. So, I built Rowleyes and Leandra's Torment. Heimerdinger built, like, ZZ Raw and, like, the Command Banner. And we sat in base, and we farmed. We let them go take... Fuck it, go take Baron and see if we care. The Nexus dude, I had completely covered in mushrooms. I had 3 layers of mushrooms all the way wrapped around. Heimerdinger was just sitting there with turrets. Every time they went on our base, We just kind of sat on the tower. The second they tried diving, Diana would jump on. I forgot who it was. It was Talon. Talon was really fed. Rengar was super fed. Rengar was one-shotting everybody on the team. Go see, what was Rengar's score? Rengar was 35 and 11, dude.
Holy shit, dude.
Rengar was fucking 35 and 11. We won this game because we just sat there, instead of giving up, we literally like, okay, we're going to sit here. Me and Heimerdinger are going to play support as fuck, and we're going to get Jinx back fed. Because 20 minutes in, dude, she hadn't finished her first item. She had Berserkers and a Vampire Scepter. And
then looking at this, she was like the second highest CS in the game.
Yeah.
By the time when you guys finished.
Heimerdinger had 370 farm,
was
dude.
beat out by Heimer.
We sat there and we literally
brought the
milked
game back.
Jinx's titties for like 20 minutes, dude. This game went on for an hour. This was an hour-long game. We did everything we could to not lose, and we won because of it. We got Jinx back to fed. Diana began to start to one-pop Rengar as much as he was one-popping us. All of us had Zhonya's. I got rid of my Zhonya's because the Rowlai's Crystal Scepter I thought was way more necessary. But just don't surrender.
No.
And people lose because, you know, my number one thing is don't fight unless you're under tower. Let them get Baron. Just sit in base.
Just sit in base.
They can't fucking do anything when you're by your Nexus towers, dude, unless you let them. Some teams have really good diving potential. Their team had okay diving potential. They had a Talon and a Rengar. So although their dive can't be super extensive, Talon and Rengar can jump on whoever they want and then walk out. Especially with the Thresh there to but so their dive potential isn't like a Zac and a Malphite with a Yasuo, right?
It's
like
not.
It's different, but they could still do it.
They could.
But when, like, I say this all the time, just sit under a tower. And somebody, and I've even noticed myself, I'll even say sit under a tower, and, like, I'll try to go, like, ward a bush. They're all just fucking sitting in that bush, just waiting for you. Because they know the second you leave base, they can kill you. So just don't leave base. That's, like, the number one way to, like, win a game that you're behind. Just stay under tower.
Staying under tower.
Because tower will, because see, okay, especially when you're listening into the game, nobody gives a fuck about who dives, right?
No.
Like, although, okay, like, let's say this is a different game. Let's say it is, like, a Yasuo, Zac, a Malphite, like a Vayne, and, like, a whatever. When you get 56 minutes into a game, Zac and Malphite might still be the engage, and most of the time they probably are. Vayne is still at a point in the game where she doesn't give a fuck. She can tower dive if she wants. Anybody can tower dive. So you just wait for that moment when they do that. When the ADC starts thinking, okay, I'm the one trick, I'm gonna go do it. Just cancel them out. Rengar was 35 and I didn't even know that. I didn't even look at this until we started talking about it. Our Lux was 4 and 16, but she was support. Heimerdinger was 18-18. I'll probably just throw this on screen for you guys. But it's just, I don't know. I'm just like really sick of just people giving up so early for no reason.
No, they just kind of get to that point in the game where they're like, oh yeah, we're going to lose, so they give up. And as you can tell from that, just that one game. My perfect
example I just brought up,
you took and came back from a Rengar that was 35 and 11, just dominating the fucking game, to where you guys...
had like 15 kills, like almost 20 minutes in.
That's what I was saying. He's 35 and 11, and you guys brought that game around to where you won. So just holding on. And I've had matches like that where we were losing, just straight up losing. And was I Tryndamere? Yeah, maybe. But I carried the fucking game and brought our team to win. There was one match, like, I love talking about it because I was a Tryndamere. Our team, we were pushed all the way to our Nexus. We didn't even have Nexus turrets. And I finally got pissed off enough to where I engaged with my team. Because we're all in the same room, all of us guys, we did a team queue of 5 and just went into
you guys
normals.
Where were you guys at? Like at school or something?
Yeah, we were all at school. All of us in the exact same room, and we all went in. I was like, hey, let's all just go in all at once. So we did, and I got a quadra kill out of it. got
Nice.
my penta stolen by one of the guys who was with me. And the only reason he stole
And
the
then we
penta...
surrendered. Just kidding.
Well, no, we got the penta stolen, or he stole the penta, and I'm not gonna lie, I fucking flipped. I was pissed, because I had the penta right in my hands,
But
and
you
he
would
just...
have died.
No,
Oh.
I didn't die. I had the penta locked on. I was right about to E and get the penta, and he just did his fucking ult across the map. He was playing the fucking Jinx. He ulted across the map and just stole the penta right as I was Eing. So his ult hit before I could get my E off, and it pissed me the fuck off. But I was like, okay, yeah, I'm pissed, so I'm gonna utilize my being pissed off at his ass
By breaking their towers.
So I completely tanked their towers,
Oh, yeah.
destroyed their inhibitor, and I just tanked
It's
Nexus.
ridiculous how good some champions are
Oh,
at
yeah.
pushing. Like,
But I just
it's
pushed the hell out
obnoxious.
of their base, and we won. Like, that was an hour-long match like yours was last night. And I used being pissed off at him because he stole my penta, just murder.
rampage,
But
yeah.
we were right there. Like, our
that
Nexus
motivation.
had half health, and I just was like, no, let's think about this logically and go in all at once. Like, no one go in solo, just all at once. And we went in, we focused.
And that's usually the problem, too.
We focused their damage dealer. So we focused the squishiest person on the team, which I want to say was, it wasn't Lucian or Quinn. Who the hell was it? It was an ADC. I want to say it was fucking...
Twitch.
No, I want to say it was Quinn.
I have
it was like a
I have
female-
no idea what game you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it was a Quinn. It was either a Quinn or a Twitch. Or not.
Okay.
Yeah, a Quinn or a Twitch.
It
And
was a
then-
marksman.
It was a marksman of some kind. No, it was Caitlyn.
A
That's
really
who it was.
shitty marksman.
No, it was Caitlyn. And we just focused the hell out of that Caitlyn and then just took out the support. Then we moved on to the top laner, who I was eating alive the entire match.
Excuse me. I don't know if
but
you guys heard that. I hella just like gassed a bomb out my mouth.
The guy who stole the kill from me, he was flaming me the entire match because I was
They always
getting,
do.
Well, I was getting
Yeah.
tons of kills on my laner, but I wasn't pushing because the moment I killed the top laner,
You'd have to back because you were like low or something.
I backed because I was low, or even if I wasn't low,
Yeah, like I'm
I'd
not gonna
have
give
to-
their jungler a free fucking
Well, their
kill. Like we'll get the
jungler-
tower later. Like the
Well, that was
towers
the
will
other
always
thing.
be there. That kill
Uh-huh.
will like change the
get
game.
the- I'd get the kill on their top laner, and then their jungler would show up, and it was like a Hecarim or a Jax, and I'm like, most of the time it was, I think that match it was a Jax, and I was like, I'm not gonna go fucking,
Yeah, you don't fight.
I'm not gonna fight a Jax at half health, because I wouldn't be low per se.
The
but
Jax
I'd have-
counters the fuck out of
I'd have
Trynd
half
too.
health, and I'd be like, I'm not going against the Jax.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we ended up losing because his lane. He lost his lane because it was his first time
Oh,
playing
this isn't the same
Jinx
game?
ADC.
Oh.
No, it was the exact same game.
And you guys lost?
No, we won that game.
Oh.
But he lost his lane.
Oh,
Leading
okay,
up
okay,
to-
I misheard you.
Yeah, he lost his lane because it was his first time Jinx. But he was flaming me. I wasn't getting mad at him. I was like, oh shit, we lost your bot lane. I'm gonna come down and help you. Cause you know that's what a Trynd is gonna do. Just I'm beating the shit out of their top laner, which I think was a Hecarim. Yeah, that was a Hecarim. The Jax was their jungler. I was beating the shit out of their Hecarim. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting easy kills. It was the first time this person was playing Hecarim, so I wasn't too proud about beating the shit out of him, because I'm like, yeah, it's your first time playing the champ. You don't know how to play him. I'd suck ass too. Like my first time playing Hecarim. So I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm just getting free kills out of this. So I went down to help him out, got his lane sustained, but then we started losing top lane because their Hecarim
Because
and
now you're
Jax
not there,
took
yeah,
advantage of me
yeah.
not being there,
Yeah.
and they double teamed my lane. So we ended up losing all of our lanes, and then, just like I said, we had that one team fight where
It was just a butterfly
engaged.
effect where shit just got worse and
shit
worse.
got
until
worse
you guys
and worse.
fought back,
And then we
yeah.
did that all-in team fight, and we won the game just because we were like, hey, instead of, flaming each other, because we finally got the guy who was flaming everyone on the team, pointing fingers, going, it's your fault, when really it was all of our faults, because
Yeah.
we allowed him to lose his lane early game because we weren't focusing him.
And then when you guys tried to help,
And then
the
when we
lanes
tried
started,
helping him get back up, we lost our lanes. So it was like that. All of us contributed to us almost losing the game.
everybody could do something to
Then-
change something.
Exactly. I was like, but then the fact I took and got pissed off enough to where I was like, no, I'm not letting them fucking win this game. because we're wanting to engage solo, like a 1v5 against an entire fucking stacked team. Like, no, let's be real about this. All engage at once, take them out in a team fight, and then we push the hell out of every lane. Doesn't matter, just pick a lane and fucking push it. And ultimately, I ended up with my fucking Ginsos, and Stinger just pushed. I had Warmog, Stinger, no,
Were
Nashor's
you
Tooth.
trying to get Nash, or were you?
No, I
trying
had
to...
Nashor's Tooth. I had Ginsos. I had Bork. I had Warmogs.
Are you
had
sure?
Spirit
I think you're getting
Visage.
the names of the items mixed up. Nashor's Tooth is like the full AP build attack speed item. Stinger is the thing that builds into the Trinity Force.
No, I got the names mixed up. I built Nashor's Tooth.
You built the AP attack speed item.
Like, yeah, the one that
Okay.
gives you plus 50% attack speed for building
like
it.
80 AP.
Yeah, I built that Ginsos because Tryndamere E.
Well, yeah,
and
no,
his
I
Q
know.
both
And then
scale
his
off
Q
of the
scale
AP.
AP. No, I know. I was just trying
So
to make sure
I
we were
built-
talking about the same
Yeah,
thing.
no, I built Nashor's Tooth because of the attack speed, but it did help out.
And
that
magic
I had
damage on
the-
hit, and
yeah.
the AP, and the
But it
cooldown
did-
reduction for shit. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand what you
No,
mean.
it
I was
helped
just
out.
wondering.
And then I took and just went full on, just this rampage, having this tank and
Digging
attack
bitches.
speed, and we won the game because we all just we all picked a lane and pushed. I went mid lane because I was like, no, like that's got the most towers. I'm gonna push the one with the most towers because I'll
Yeah.
bust through these towers. Because it was also before they did the AP on the, like the added armor and magic resist to the towers. You know that update they did where they made it to where towers now have magic resist and armor on them. It was before then, so I just tore through towers.
Which, by the way, it doesn't matter if you're playing Ziggs. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
Fucking this stupid fucking Ziggs. Isn't Ziggs the only champion that has AP scaling auto attacks? Because, like, I swear to God, like,
I think
25-minute Ziggs is
I
ridiculous.
think he does.
And then
have-
his W just
well, his
half
W,
health.
if any towers that have health,
Yeah,
even now, it doesn't
executes
even
it.
matter
Yeah.
because it just executes. It doesn't matter if it has magic
Fucking
resist
stupid,
because
dude.
Ziggs is fucking his W is beautiful.
Yeah, if you have like a Jax or a Yi, a Tryndamere, and like a Ziggs, you probably like
Oh, all of them
like
can
as like
just
a
eat
like
through
as like a
towers.
test video. I wonder if like you can like how quickly you can get to their base.
I don't know.
Like
That's
I feel like you could. I feel
That's
like you
something
could,
I kind of want to figure out.
like I feel like you can get to the end of their base like really like just.
Just
anyways,
quick.
that was
But yeah,
irrelevant.
it was But yeah, I pushed solo that lane, and they all pushed like they all went together like a 4-man team and pushed the bot lane or something. And we won the game because I pushed the hell out of mid and I was pissed off. And I ended up 1v5ing them right as I was taking Nexus. I died right after I did the final hit on Nexus. It showed victory right as I died. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But it took them that long because I had the Warmogs, I had Lifesteal, I had Spirit Visage.
Yeah.
So it took them forever to take me
you were
out.
just going like full tank.
I went full tank Tryndamere, and I was like, they flamed me. Like the enemy team flamed me after the game, going, "Oh yeah, you only won because you were full tank Trynd." And it's like, yeah, I may have won, but we were like half health.
That's why
we
I
had
did it,
Nexus.
fucker. Like, what do you
turn-
want me to do?
I was like, we had Nexus turn at half health. Like, obviously, I'm gonna go full tank Trynd, and I'm gonna whoop your asses.
I don't understand why enemy teams do that.
I don't know,
Like,
but it just
Like,
goes.
of course I'm gonna do the best option that's gonna make me
yeah.
win. Like, don't like stop saying dumb shit. Like, shut up.
Yeah, which is why I was like, that didn't even matter to me. I was like, the point is, we had half of our Nexus health, and we brought it back. Why? Because I was like, hey, let's, instead of blaming each other and going,
Let's
oh,
just
you're
play
the
as
one
a
at
team.
fault, let's be a team like we're supposed to, and let's team fight them and push the fuck out of
Yeah.
them as a team.
Yeah, and like most of the time, every team fight loses with a bad engage.
Yeah.
Like the engage is like one of the most important things in a team fight next
yeah.
to focusing.
Oh yeah.
Because there was. I'm trying to think. There was this game, the game I played before I came over to your house.
Yeah.
Their Kane was super fed. I don't like he was, and like that wasn't even. It wasn't. It was everybody's fault.
Yeah.
Like everybody fed Kane. Like everybody gave Kane at least like 4 or 5 kills. Like,
Yeah.
And like even early game, like Kane just went across the map and just fucking killed everybody. So the problem is like we were supposed to have a team fight. I was playing Vi. We had a Malphite. We had a Yasuo. We had a Lucian, and the support was a whatever, Alistair. Yeah, just pull it up on the thing again. Oh yeah, wait, no, I was playing Vi. It was a Vi game.
Was it?
Yeah. Go back. No, go back. Yeah, that one. The Vi. Fucking.
I'm working
not
on
the
it.
Rengar, not the just Vi. Okay, yeah, we had a Vigar support. So we were losing really hard. But it didn't get to a point where like we still had all of our inhib turrets. But we were like really behind. Like we did have like a bad goal deficit or whatever. Overview. Yeah, dude, the gold at 33 minutes was we were 4,000 gold down. But if you look, so this point in the game, like towards the end, we caught back up to a point to where we were 2,000 gold up.
Yeah.
This right here, this drop you see where we were at. So what? The last 2 minutes of the game, we were 1,000 gold up, and then it went straight down to 2,000 behind because we were in Dragon Pit. I told them I didn't have Smite up, and I told them do not start Elder Dragon because I do not have Smite. They are all up. Like you don't do those kind of objectives. If you're behind, you don't do those kind of objectives unless the team is aced.
Well, yeah.
And they started doing Elder Dragon anyways, and so I was like, okay, if you guys are just gonna do it, I might as well help, right? Like I can sit here and flame and bitch, but if you guys aren't gonna not do it, then I might as well just assist and get it done faster.
Yeah.
So we started doing it, and their team comes up obviously. Elder Dragon's like has like a fourth of health left, and my smite is still in like 20 seconds because like before we even talked about doing Elder Dragon, I went and got red, and so my smite was on 70 seconds. So I'm getting like actual like time estimates wrong or whatever, but the point is I didn't have smite up yet. They come in. Yasuo wasn't with us yet. Yasuo was like on his way. He was like by Raptors, because we were blue side, and they come in. Rammus comes in, or not Rammus, Alawi. Alawi comes in, and Malphite ults Alawi when she's not the problem.
Yeah.
She was behind. We were supposed to focus the Kane.
Yeah.
And Malphite ulted Alawi. And Yasuo's not there to like ult even.
Yeah.
So we just crowd control. We killed Alawi. Their whole team comes in after that. Now like 2 of our ults are down.
Yeah.
Because I think Lucian might have ulted. It was either Lucian or Vigar. I don't remember what executed Alawi, but it was one or the other. And Yasuo comes in. Leona immediately jumps on Yasuo. Kane jumps on Yasuo. Like, I don't know why, like, they just target Yasuo. Yasuo was fucking garbage, by the way. Like, I wasn't doing very good in that game. Our Lucian was really good. Our Malphite was really good.
Yeah.
Our Malphite had more kills than Yasuo did. Our Malphite was a support. No, I'm sorry. Our Malphite was... Yeah, our Malphite was support. Yasuo was top. Vigar was mid. I might have said something different earlier. I think I said Vigar was support earlier, but Vigar was mid. Malphite was doing good, and he ulted, killed Alawi. We killed Alawi. Everybody jumps on Yasuo. I can't do it. Kane ulted Yas as Vi. I cannot ult Kane when he's in his like ult form because he goes inside the end. Like I can't do anything. Yasuo died. We are now on a 4v4. Before Kane ulted, I tried clicking him. He ulted inside Yas, so my ult just went down.
Yeah.
So now I didn't even have ult, and I didn't even get to use it on anybody.
Yeah.
And then because now my ult is down, we just got like Echo W'd and Eden, and we all got stunned. Leona ulted, Ash ulted. Like it just completely fought. And then that 2,000 gold drop that you see right there at the very like last minute of the game was that ace, and then they went and took all of our towers and our nexus, and like it was just that one poor engage. Just that one poor engage, one like bad decision, which like, it's okay, it happens. I mean, I wasn't mad at Malphite, but like, that's just it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's one of
and
those
so,
things.
and so it's one of those things where like communication is key, and this is why it's best to play League with friends because you can like play on mic and like you guys can talk about what you're gonna do beforehand and like on League like it's probably not the best like. Typing in League is fucking texting and driving.
No, it is.
You are texting and driving when you are typing in League. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. You are going to get fucking hit by a car
Something.
being Hecarim.
Oh, yeah.
And
Just a Scion fucking all.
yeah. Scion, you
Mecha
okay?
Scion
Yeah,
all.
exactly. You are texting and driving while a train is coming, and Mecha Scion, you're typing, LOL. Fuck this jungler. You're in the middle of typing that, and the Mecha Scion train comes and hits you because you were texting and driving. That's what happens.
Exactly.
I think the point is be a good teammate. Don't just give up just to give up. Like just fucking give everything a shot. Talk with your team. Be cooperative.
Yeah.
I was in one of my promos yesterday. Our first pick was our support, and he had Mundo highlighted, and the AC was like, if you pick Mundo, I'm gonna fucking feed. And I was like, whatever.
Okay.
Like, why are you being a dick? Shut up.
Like-
So our Mundo, I don't even know if he spoke English, because he never said anything the whole time this whole interaction happened. He locked in Mundo support, and the ADC was like, man, fuck you, you piece of shit, like, I'm gonna just, like, feed now. And he picks Trundle. I was jungling, as usual. I hadn't locked in yet, and I was like, dude, like, if you want to go jungle, you can go, like, if this is a problem, like, just, can you not troll? Like, I'm in promos right now, like, there's, like, other people here, and he was like, no, he needs to learn his fucking lesson and not be an asshole. And he was like, he's being an asshole?
Like, you're the one going
He can
off.
play support whatever the fuck he wants. Like,
Like-
what are you, like, shut up. And just bitching and crying. And I was like, okay, so I'll just play safe in case he decides to change his mind and actually participate. I locked in Graves. Graves can either ADC or jungle.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever he decides to make up his mind and pull the pole out of his ass, I can be okay with whoever. I just gotta switch from either smite or heal.
Yeah.
He locks in Trundle, and I'm like, okay, if you're gonna play Trundle ADC, will you at least try to play, or like, what are you doing? Like, can you? And he was like, nope, I'm gonna go fucking under tower, give them all the kills. Like, fuck you guys. Like, you guys need to learn your lessons. Like, you're affecting 3 other people here, and you're probably just being an ass. I don't know if maybe you would not be an ass if he didn't pick Mundo. I don't know if this was like a plan all along. I don't know if you're queued up with Mundo and you're just trying to get people to dodge because you think you're funny. Like, I don't know what the circumstances, but you're fucking with 4 other people right now, nonetheless. Also, this is ranked. Like, everybody's fucking stuff is gonna go down. Nobody wanted to dodge either. Our top player was like, "Oh fuck it, I guess we'll just lose and we can report him afterwards, and then he'll never play again." And I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense." But I don't want to spend the next 40 minutes doing that, right? Like, I'd rather just fucking just dodge. Because although you can report the person, because I care about my elo, right? Yeah. If you want to play the game and just lose, you're gonna lose 20 LP, right? Yeah. 20, 15 LP, whatever. It depends on like how much you've been rising or how much you've been, but. If you just dodge, you lose 2 LP. Yep. Which one would you rather do, 20 or 2?
Well, yeah, 2, obviously.
Because, like, 20 can be almost 2 games worth of LP, while 2 is just, like, what the fuck ever. Like, who cares? Unfortunately, nobody wanted to dodge. I wasn't going to sit there for 40 minutes. I wasn't going to sit there and lose 20 LP. So I had to dodge, and I lost my promos because of it. And people just really need to go fuck themselves. Stop being a baby. Oh, yeah. There have been plenty of times where I've been ADC. I've had some dumb fucking support. I've had a Pantheon support. Personally, I hate Malphite support. Personally, he's only good level 6. His Q is good. I agree. Like, Malphite has a good slow on him, but that's really all he has. Otherwise, you kind of have to play past level 6. I'm an aggressive ADC. Yeah. I kind of enjoy being like a little bit more aggressive level 3 and 4. And Malphite isn't always good at that, especially depending on their shit. Like, if they have a Braum, your Malphite's not going to do shit, right? Because Braum's just going to block it and like whatever.
Like, shield, bitch.
Yeah, and it's going to be like, whatever. But I've dealt with plenty of really fucking... I've dealt with Shaco supports, I've dealt with Heimerdinger supports, And if you just go along with it and just kind of like, okay, well, if you're gonna play Shaco support, I'll just stay in the back bush.
Yeah.
I'll farm in the front bush, and when they try to engage, I'll just walk into the bush. They'll come up. They'll run into your boxes because you're playing AP Shaco.
Yeah.
And then we win the engage. I'm playing Misfortune. I slow them while they're feared. And you and I just go in on them.
Just go in and
And
go
it
ham.
works.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys tried, right?
Well, yeah.
Like,
I've played ranked games where it's been some weird shit, and I played like one where I was a fucking, like I said, I played it wasn't a ranked game, but I played Tryndamere support, and my ADC that match was talking about how they were gonna quit.
Why were you playing Tryndamere support? Is there like a reason you just...
No, I just was. It was a normal, so it wasn't ranked.
Oh, so you're just like...
But I just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go Tryndamere support, just to fuck around.
It's got bitch and slow. If you're playing with like an Ashe, it should work.
And well, the ADC I originally queued up with was bitch and hardcore. How they didn't want to play, they were gonna dodge, or they were gonna fucking they were gonna feed and lose the game.
Bitched out on the dodge anyways.
Well, they didn't dodge because what we ended up doing was I was playing with one of my friends. He was like, "No, don't dodge. I'll go ADC. You go my lane." And so that person was like, "Yeah, that's fine as long as I don't have to deal with this stupid troll of a Tryndamere support."
Which, by the way, when people use that excuse, they're gonna fuck themselves because guess what? 15 minutes in, laning phase is over. You're gonna have to deal with the man waves.
Oh, yeah.
If they're trolling, it doesn't fucking matter if they're trolling in lane. That's only gonna last. That's only like 20% of the game.
Well, what
the
was
other
funny was
60% of the game.
we won the fucking game just because our bot lane pushed that hard. Because I started off building like the face of the mountain, so I didn't build the normal, like fucking AP support item or the Frost Queen's blade. No, I
went Ancient Coin.
Yeah, I went with face of the mountain. Because I was like, yeah, that's better because tanky Tryndamere, tank support kind of thing.
Yeah,
like, it'll work. And
you have good auto attacks.
And I have good auto,
exactly. For face of the mountain. Yeah.
So I ended up...
I get it. I always try to be optimistic. I always try to see the positive in everything.
And I went full on tank. I didn't build too much damage on Tryndamere because I was like, yeah, I'm playing Trynd support. I'm not going to go my normal Tryndamere build. And it ended up working out, but my ADC was really willing to work with what I was doing.
Which is the most important thing, too. Like, you guys are teammates. Just fuck it. Sorry if you hear like a beep or something. We have to plug in the computer chart. Okay, there we go.
There's no beep.
Well, I don't know that. I don't have a laptop. My computer is plugged in all the time. This is a really nice laptop, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyways, yeah, but like, and it's like, and like, even if you were fucking trolling, like, even if you were just being an ass, and you're
I've played games where I play Bard support and I'm trolling as Bard. I just fucking will ult my ADC
Bard's
in the middle of I'll ult my ADC in the middle of a team fight just because I fucking can. But usually I nail the enemy teammates.
Why would you do that?
Actually, usually when I do it, it's because they're complaining at me something's on cooldown. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's on cooldown. You've got like 2 seconds. My ult lasts for like 2 seconds. So I'm gonna ult you with the enemy team, so the enemy team's not hammering the hell out of you, and you get that off of cooldown. So the moment you're off, you can just proc it, nail them, and we've won tons of team fights with that. Like I played with an Ashe. That's usually who I'm playing with, and I had an Ashe complaining her ult was on like a 2 second cooldown. And she had like a sliver of health, so I ulted her, threw down a heal right in front of her, knowing she was walking forward. So that way when she and the ult came, or my ult dissipated, she walked right into my heal, procced her health up, and then ulted at the same time. She nailed them. We took and won that team engage because it was their ADC and support. She killed both their ADC and support. I got 2 assists out of it. And I got my ADC up to full, or like half health, threw down another one of my healing pots. She went up to like 3/4 of health, and we then started autoing minions and stuff and went to full health from our lifesteal. But we won an engage all because I just was screwing around. I didn't even realize it at the time, but I was like, yeah, let's just fucking ult you. You're going to get pissed off because I ulted you. They're pissed off because they're ulted. But I actually ended up helping her, and we won that team engage.
That's good.
But I just went Bard support because it's a trolly thing to do.
Well, Bard's actually like really like Bard was like super fucking ass when he came out, but like now he's actually like,
now
really
he's yeah.
good. Out of this MVP Bard, their Ezreal had died at the beginning of a team fight. I forgot who I was playing. I think I was playing like Lucian. So like, and Bard had blue ward for whatever reason, like no super lands, like I don't know, like whatever. It was probably just so he can get chimes.
Probably.
But like he had a blue ward, and he was, and like we just won the fight. Me and Bard, like no shit, we're at like 50 health.
Yeah.
Like you could barely even see that we had life in the first place.
Yeah.
So we're recalling we did ace their team, but the second team fight ended, Ezreal spawned.
Yeah.
So him and I went to the bush to recall or whatever. And this is what he said in chat. I don't know if it was just like a guesstimate or whatever, but he placed a blue ward at their base.
Yeah.
And watched Ezreal spawn, and Ezreal shot his ult out. And I wasn't paying attention. I was in store. I was fucking like, because my fucking bronze ass over here shopping in the middle of lane when there's a fucking global ult coming my way.
Coming your way.
So like I open up store or whatever while recalling. Ezreal spawns. He puts up the blue ward, and Bard's like, oh fuck. And so Bard launches up his ult, and it lands on both of us. And Ezreal's ult just passes right through.
Passes right through.
And I was like, damn, you're like, I heard Bard's ult go off, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I exited out of shop, and I was like, hello, like, because I didn't even see the Ezreal ult, and like I just heard the Bard's ult go off, and he was like, yeah, you're fucking welcome, and I was like, what? He was like, yeah, well, Ezreal just ulted, like, I placed a blue ward to see if he was going to, and he did, and, like, I saved us, and I was like, oh, you're the real MVP. I honored the fuck out of that Bard. That was awesome.
That's a badass Bard
that
right
there.
there.
That was a dope save. Because, like, I don't even know if I would have thought of that.
I would
like, have a blue ward to see if the global ult was coming from Ezreal spawn. Like, I didn't even think about that. It was it was a genius play by him. And, like, I was kind of thinking, I was like, maybe our other 3 teammates wouldn't have died if you would have used your ult, like, during the team fight instead of saving it for right now. Which, like, whatever.
I know, it's one of those
like,
things you think about it, and you're just like, wait a minute.
If you had your ult, like, and nobody in the chat said anything, like, everybody was just like, oh, he blocked Ezreal's ult, but I was like, all of you realized, like, all of you were dead because he used, he didn't use it right. Like, like, it's like the Kale.
Yeah.
Like, it's always the fucking Kale that, like, never, always ults herself at, like, full health for, like, no reason when, like, the jungler could be doing damage, and, like, the thing about Kale, though, is, like, or, like, any champion that has, like, an invincibility, like, or an AoE invincibility, like Terra, Kindred, like, you could be ass. You could be, like, 0 and 20. As long as you nail that ult during a team fight, like, you're good. Or like a really ass Morgana. Like, if you're playing Morgana and you're 0 and 15, if you have Zhonya's, that's all you need. Yeah. Just fuck it. Don't try to do anything else. No. When team fight starts, just flash in ult and Zhonya's. That's all we need you to do. Like, you can, like, go ahead and be ass. As long as you can just use your ult and just affect the team fight, like, you can, like, go feed, like, whatever. Nobody cares. Yeah. Like, you're not worried. If you're 0 and 15, you take less gold than a minion. Like, well, yeah. I don't care if you give up deaths. Just use your ult. Yep. Don't feed. Don't feed. Just don't feed. Don't intentionally feed just because you're not worth any gold. That's not what I meant. Anyway, so be a team player. We're gonna. Do you have anything else? Any other insight thoughts?
No, I think we pretty much covered it.
I like how the first 25 to 30 minutes was like all me talking. Like the last half an hour was like you talking. Like it was like split half and half. Them stories though. Campfire stories with Trynd. Specifically about playing Trynd. Like no one else. Every single story you say is just like, so I was playing Trynd this one time. I'm like, yeah, that's. Well, no,
I said I played.
Have I said one Lee Sin story? Should I tell one Lee Sin story? Do I have a Lee Sin story? I have a video of it at home. It was the only I was so proud of myself. It was my one true defining moment as a Lee Sin player. Shaco thinking he's slick as fuck. Our mid laner died. He was being ganked. It was a Talon and a Shaco versus our mid laner. I go in there. Both of them are at 4th of health. Their mid laner was ignited or whatever. Our mid laner died. I walked this. This was a while ago. You can't look this up.
No,
This was like last year.
he's getting out of that.
Oh, he's actually out of league right now. I think. I don't know what he's doing. And like, so I go in. Our Miller died. I go in. Oh, that's a dope background. Sorry. All these like, there's been like 10 visual jokes, and like, you guys are. This is a podcast. Okay.
I'll put up the background in the video.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
We'll throw the background up so they can see what Joel got distracted on.
So I go in and I queue their mid laner. I don't remember what I just queued, I think, and like I autoed him a couple times and he died because he was like a fourth health. He was ignited. He died. Shackle put box behind me and I got feared. And then he like disappeared, right?
Yeah.
And so I immediately like. Well, no, I didn't immediately. So like, what happened? He like, I ward hopped over to like by the river bush, and then I clicked E and I got vision of him because of it. Because he was like trying to escape.
Yeah.
Like this was after I got feared. So I placed the ward. I ward hopped. I pressed E, and he came up because it gives you vision when you do that with Lee Sin. And then he like flashed over the other like river wall of like the bush, like you know how it looks like a U. He like flashed over and I shot my Q and I landed it and I killed him. I got the double kill, and I was like, I did that. I was like 4-13 that game. I don't think we won that game, but I was really proud of that play. Anyways, I'm Lee.
I'm Trynd.
And we will talk to you guys next time.